Hello and welcome to my first video as a design team member for Get Crafty. Those of you who follow my Facebook and my Instagram and my blog will have seen my announcement that I've been selected for the Get Crafty design team. So I'm really excited, and this is my first little project. It's their August sketch challenge. My starter kit hasn't arrived yet, so I'm just playing with my own stash for this until my starter kit arrives, but this is exciting. So I've got this sketch to work with, and I'm not sure what I want to scrap. I've got three things that I want to scrap, and so I've got them printed. This one I've had to cover people because I haven't got permission for everyone in the photo. It's my son's get together my son had with his friends at the park. This one, which are two 3x4s from last weekend, which when this goes up will be a bit longer, when we went to Fraser Pop. And then this one's pretty cool. This is at Supernova this year, and this is my cousin who's in an upcoming Australian sci-fi film called Blue World Order. And the special little thing about this is, last time I saw him in real life, I was pregnant with my daughter, and they're meeting for the first time in this, they met for the first time at Supernova, which was pretty cool. So there are three photos I've grabbed to work with. So I wasn't sure then, because I haven't decided what I'll do. So I'm just going to start with this big piece in the sketch. I'm going to try a couple of them on my cardstock and start holding photos, see what I like. But depending on what I use, I've grabbed this cartoon pad out, 6x6 pad to use with the photo of my daughter. These ones, or the photo from the Fraser Coast Pop Festival. And this one to use with the boys, they could work. Other ones that I like, there's lots of fun papers in here. This is what I'm looking for bits for these bits here. Lots of fun ones in there. I got given some papers by my best friend, and these are from what she gave me, so they might work depending. At one stage I was going to use a photo of my granddaughter, so that's why I've got florals, like purple florals in there, but I might not. I've taken that out of the equation now. These, I love these pads. I wish I could get more of them. I got these for my birthday last year from my friend Hiker, and yeah, so they're a possibility, but I think I'm down to the more boy themed ones now at this point, and then some neutral possibilities. So I've grabbed those out. This is what I like to do when I'm doing a challenge. I like to downsize myself to just a few things, usually less than this, so that I have, it near me for quicker decisions, and I've got the visual of the products next to me for to inspire me. So then I've grabbed this tub and I've filled it with some embellishments that might work, because I've looked at the sketch and we've got buttons and we've got these, I think they're meant to be bling, but I'm not going to go with bling, and we've got a flower and we've got titles, and it looks like we've got a bracket tag and stuff like that there. So I started thinking about that sort of stuff. So, and I always have my tin of flowers next to my desk. It used to hang next to it, but the hook kept coming off. It's still got the price tag on. I bought this tin like 15 years ago for my daughter, and then she didn't like it, so it has my flowers in. So I will get crafting. So I've sped the video up 8 times and cut a few bits out so that it's not so long for you. This was one of the longest layouts I've done in a while, mainly because of my the indecisiveness that I had. But once the decisions were made, it came together pretty quickly. I did make some mistakes, which you'll see. That's why I love this tape, because I have to peel up a lot. And I do wind up having to change the sketch a little because I've printed my photos too big, and
I get an ink smudge where I shouldn't have an ink smudge, and I have to cover it. So you'll see all that as we go through this video. So what I've just done at the start, I've cut the inside of the black cardstock out to save for later, so it's left me a 10 by 10 square. Unfortunately, I didn't match up my cuts properly for some reason. Usually I do, so I had to fiddle with it a bit. And then I've cut a 1/4 inch off the top and one side of the white cardstock to give me that eighth of an inch black around the edge. Made my final decision for that angled piece of cardstock, which is this beautiful grey marble piece that my best friend gave me. It's really thick. It's really lovely cardstock. She gave me a few sheets, so I'll have a lot more fun with that. Sorry that my head keeps getting in the way. But my camera, as you know, is right above my workspace, and sometimes I need to look over my work. So you'll just see I made a mistake there. I stuck down the grey marble cardstock and then realised I should have cut it first. So I made a pencil mark, peeled it up, then realised I made the pencil mark wrong. Put it back down, ruled the lines, cut it again. Finally have it. Good, I'm happy. Right now I'm going through my 6x6 paper pads to pick out any papers that might go with the 3 photos that I'm thinking about working with to create those 2 flags that are on the sketch. Because it's 6x6, it means for the longer flag I will have to cut the piece in half and spread it out behind the photo, but that's fine, no one can tell. I love this Titus blue that I pick out from that pad. It's just so gorgeous. And now I've realised that my photos are too big. So I trimmed down the 2 that I can trim down, decide I'm not trimming down that other one, so that goes out of the running. It's out. And then now I've made my decision. I'm going with this great photo of my daughter and my cousin at Supernova this year. They're meeting for the first time, which is pretty cool. And that really helps with the paper choice because she is cosplaying. So I decided to use the Comic Book Words red paper because she's got red on her outfit. So that's a good way to draw attention to her, I thought. And sometimes I like, as you know, to choose papers and embellishments that help tell the story. So I thought that that paper helped tell the story, and the chipboard that I choose and the wood veneer that I choose for this layout helps tell the story. So I've got this family chipboard from Memory Maze, so that helps tell us that this is family, they're related. And I pick out a little camera wood veneer because they're posing for a photo together, their first photo together. And I pick out a chipboard circle that says smile from Too Crafty Chipboard, which you'll see soon. And the reason I picked that, apart from the fact it says smile and you know, they're posing for their first photo together, is in the sketch you've got these semicircles of dots on the top right corner and the bottom left corner of where the cluster is. And I thought this circle from Too Crafty would be a good way to work that semicircle in. And to get the bottom left, I used the love from that pack, and I cut the love out of the circle. Back onto what I've just done then. There you go. You're seeing the Too Crafty chipboard pack. I got this as a prize for a challenge I did last year. It was great. It was a big pack of Too Crafty chipboard. I've got a nice little stash from that. So I've put together some very old Bo Bunny paper flowers with a brad and scrunched them up. And I've made my flags. I'm sticking them down now. Chosen all my chipboard. And my next step will be colouring my title. Now, because my photo is too big and my title's too big, I do have to move things up a bit from how the sketch is. But, you know, sketches are there for inspiration. You work with them how you want. For the bracket tag behind the photo, I've grabbed out this rad tag. It says rad from a Kaisercraft Collectibles pack. It's an old one, blues and greys, guitars, stuff like that. I've just cut the top off so I can use the bottom later. Inked the outer edge of the top with some black pigment ink, and it's good to go. The black pigment ink helped the grey tag pop from the grey cardstock. And I'm just now colouring that Memory Maze chipboard. I just used some homemade black ink spray to get it nice and black. And now I will make the smudge. So I pull out that die cut pack that I got the tag from, and I try to find something to cover my smudge. So I decide to cut a little tag, a bit off it, to poke in behind the Y, and a little strip of it's circles with stars on it. It's really cute. I put it on the tag, a bit on the tag, and a bit behind the Smile chipboard to pull it together and have it in more than one spot. And I am really happy with the results of this layout. Check out my blog for more detailed photos. Thank you for watching.